So next up in my little mini series where I explain lesser known or mystery health issues because you might be suffering from something and not even know what it's called or that it's even a thing is EHS or electromagnetic hypersensitivity. And this one is a doozy. So, first, hi, I'm Jenny. I overcame years of debilitating chronic illness and now I coach women back to chronic wellness. So, electromagnetic sensitivity is a condition where people experience just debilitating symptoms as a result of being around any kind of electricity or electronic device. Your phone, your computer, your lights, riding in electric cars. And while researching my own health issues, I saw that people who experience EHS were most often hit with all sorts of neurological symptoms, like fatigue, headaches, dizziness, nausea, concentration issues, memory difficulties, lots of anxiety, that sort of thing. But it can also cause all sorts of other problems like dermatological issues and tingling or burning or rashes and sleep problems and heart palpitations or digestive issues and muscle aches, like a lot of things. So I've actually heard horror stories about people being all excited about buying their first Tesla and then their life completely falls apart because they're just so fucking sick all the time. I mean, I've also heard some people say that riding in an electric car just once was enough to give them a migraine with vomiting. If you've ever watched the show Better Call Saul, which, full disclosure, I've only seen the first few episodes. I'm well aware that it's amazing, and I promise to get back to it at some point. But at least in the first few episodes, Saul's older brother Chuck, played by Michael McKean, was suffering with this. And if memory serves, they sort of treated it like a joke or like he was nuts. But in reality, this is a very real condition. I know of several people who literally dropped out of society for a while and were like living in the woods just to survive. So, like, okay, what do you do if you have this? In all my research into my own health issues, this one popped up again and again and again as something that is a clear symptom of nervous system dysregulation. And as I've said over and over again, it's extremely hard for your body to heal or to protect itself from any kind of invaders, whether those are viruses, bacteria, or electromagnetic energy, if the nervous system is dysregulated. So I know I've brought up the work of Irene Lyon in some of my other videos, but her work on what's called somatic experiencing is definitely one great strategy to overcoming this condition. So please check out her work. Also, she and her husband have bought some actual technology to put in their house that blocks electronic frequencies. And the brand they recommended, and they're not sponsored, and obviously I'm not sponsored, is a brand called Lila Quantum Tech. But fair warning, I think it's pretty pricey. But the journal speak practice created by Nicole Sachs is also something I'd recommend if you're suffering from EHS. And I've mentioned her in a bunch of videos already. And then lastly, the medical medium also has a protocol for this. As for the regular scientific community, no real suggestions offered there, which honestly isn't really that surprising. But most importantly, if this is something you're suffering from, um, you're not crazy, okay? You're not imagining it. It's not in your head. And I've heard many, many success stories of people overcoming it. You just need to dive into nervous system regulation research or try one or more of the protocols I described above. And if you or someone you know needs help navigating chronic illness, my information is in my bio.